Hey everyone, Ryan Carraher here. Today we're going to be talking about this new pedal I received, the Rainbow Machine by EarthQuaker devices. This is an absolutely insane pedal. It is a polyphonic harmonizing modulation machine. It does a lot of things. It has everything from harmonies to glitching out, as controllable tracking, controllable pitch, and it even has a button called the magic button that just allows a whole bunch of crazy stuff to happen. We're going to be talking about each control, what it does. We're going to take a look at some sample sounds from the factory, some sample sounds that I'm going to be creating. We'll take a look how it pairs with other pedals. I have a Electro-Harmonix HOG 2 that I'll be pairing with this and see what kind of crazy stuff we can get out of that pair. In terms of gear I'll be using today, I'll be using my Paul Reed Smith 513 going directly into the Rainbow Machine, which is going into the front of an Axe-Fx Ultra. We'll be experimenting with some different patches and effects from the Axe-Fx. Mainly we'll just be using a clean sound, kind of like a darker jazz clean sound with a little bit of reverb. We'll explore some chorus patches on the Axe-Fx as well and see how this responds to that. Out of the Axe-Fx, I'm just going into an Alto powered speaker. So a little bit about the Rainbow Machine. It is 100% true bypass. It has an all analog dry signal path. It's actually handmade in Ohio. It is a very well constructed pedal. It feels really nice, very sturdy. Just take a look at the controls here. We have a secondary, a pitch knob, a primary knob, a magic knob, which is paired with the magic button obviously, a tone knob, and a tracking knob. So we're gonna take a look at what each of those do individually. You can also actually control the pitch with an expression pedal that you can plug into the top of the pedal, so that opens the door for a ton of possibilities. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so let's take a look at what each of these knobs control. So let me just let you hear my clean sound. The pedal is not engaged. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and engage the pedal. So let's take a look at this pitch knob first. So this controls the pitch of the harmony. So all the way counterclockwise, which is going to be, it's going to sound a fourth down from the note that is being played. Nice little arpeggio effect there. That arpeggio effect is due to the tracking knob, which I'm going to talk about for a second, then get back to the pitch knob. So it controls the amount of lag time between the dry signal of the guitar and the shifted signal. So let's see. So that's little lag time. So it seems like all the way clockwise is as little lag time as possible. So there's still a little bit of a lag. It doesn't happen at the same time that you hit the pitch on your guitar. So let's see what happens if we go counterclockwise. So there's more lag. So let's keep it up there for right now, so little lag as possible. So back to the pitch knob. So all the way counterclockwise is a fourth down, all the way clockwise is a third up. If you want a unison to the pitch that you're playing, put it in the middle position. So that'd be right here, and this should be a unison to the pitch that you are playing. There's a little bit of a chorus sound. It's kind of nice, actually. Nice little light kind of chorus sound if you have it in unison, with everything pretty much straight up and the tracking all the way to the right. So let's get a third up. So let's go all the way clockwise and see what that sounds like. So the tracking is very good on this. It's very responsive. There's no lag time when the tracking is pretty much set all the way up. It responds very well to the notes you're playing, even at when you're playing faster lines. And then if you set it in the middle, you can get a little bit more atonal sounds. So now let's talk about these primary and secondary knobs. So this primary knob, it controls the volume of the primary pitch shifted signal. If you want unity, it's about 2 o'clock. Anything above 2 o'clock will boost the signal of that sound. So let's turn this all the way down and start there with everything straight up. Then I'll raise the primary. So I'm just playing the G string. There is a responsive pitch mechanism. That's the primary knob. It's in a way, it's a volume knob or level knob. So the secondary knob, it controls the volume of the secondary pitch shifted signal. The secondary signal is actually 1 octave above the primary when it is at 12 o'clock or above, and 1 octave below if it's behind 12 o'clock. So it will be 1 octave below if it's in this area right here, that side. It's an octave above if it's up here. So let's see, let's put the primary about noon. Let's do a pitch right there, and I'll keep playing and boost the secondary and see how that sounds. So that's that kind of sound right there. Alright, so let's go back to the center position there, and let's talk about the tone and tracking. We've already talked about the tracking, so let's discuss the tone. Let's see, all the way clockwise is a full signal, and you can reduce it to soften the highs. So that's a full signal right there, and you can reduce it. So let's see. Yeah, it seems to have a little bit more high end when it's clockwise. Alright, so let's explore some sample sounds that come with the pedal. And then when we're doing that, we'll discuss the magic knob. So this is a setting that comes in the instruction manual. It's called Atonal Chorusing. So let's see what that sounds like. Definitely very atonal. The tracking is all the way up, so there's that no arpeggio effect. So let's turn the tracking a little bit down so we do have a little bit of a lag and see what that sounds like. Just for a reference, I'm going to unengage it. I'm just going to play a simple E major chord. So I'll do it in the low open position, I'll do it in a higher register, and I'll engage the pedal and play those two same chords. This is just what an E minor pentatonic scale sounds like with this effect. So I'll do the same thing with the pentatonic scale, turn the tracking down so there's more lag. Alright, so this is another setting that comes in the instruction manual. It's called ascending pitch, and for this one we actually do have the magic control engaged. So I'm just going to discuss what that control does. So it actually adjusts what EarthQuaker devices call the weirdness of the effect. So this means a wide variety of wild effects. It actually depends on where the other controls are set. And it only comes into play when this magic switch, this second button over here, is engaged. You can keep it engaged. Right now the pedal's not engaged. The magic is, so when you disengage it to have the effect going on, the magic will come right on. So it adds an extra level of weirdness, obviously because this pedal isn't strange enough already, so definitely needs that extra push. So let's give that a listen and see what this sounds like. here's that same setting with the primary knob taken down a little bit and the secondary knob taken down a little bit, so you can hear a little bit more of the dry guitar signal. So the effect's a little bit more in the background. This other preset that comes in the instruction manual is called Pixie Dust Trails, and if you'll notice, the magic knob is all the way up, so that means some crazy stuff is about to ensue. So yeah, I warned you. Listen to how this one sounds. Alright, so I've switched over to a setting on the Axe effects that has more delay and some chorus on it. So I'm going to engage this setting on the Rainbow Machine so you can see how it sounds with external effects. Here's another setting going back to the clean tone. This is probably one of my favorite sounds I've gotten out of this pedal so far. Alright, so this time we're going to get even crazier. I've added an Electro-Harmonix HOG 2. Probably one of my favorite pedals of all time. So I'm going first into the HOG 2 now, and then out of the HOG 2 I'm going into the Rainbow Machine, and then out into the Axe effects using the clean sound without the chorus. So I'll give you the HOG sound first. And now I'm going to engage the Rainbow Machine. So let's turn the tracking, so for maximum arpeggiation there, let's turn the pitch up a little bit, boost the primary and secondary voicings. I'm going to keep the HOG the same. We'll see how that changes the sound. Here's another one. Change some settings on the HOG, engage the magic button, change some of the settings on the Rainbow Machine. Check this one out. last one, some crazy stuff going on the HOG, some more low octave stuff and a little bit more higher octave stuff. I'll be using, I don't have the expression pedal plugged in right now, so I'm going to be using the octave bend effect, just using the expression toggle switch, so that's will sound like this. So excuse that clicking noise. So let's engage the Rainbow Machine. I'm using a sound similar to the previously discussed setting, Pixie Dust Trails. So the magic button is engaged. So let's see what happens. Just absolute chaos at this point. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out my website, www.ryancaraher.com, for some free music, free lessons. Feel free to send me an email. If you have a Rainbow Machine and you have some crazy sounds you want to share with me, definitely like to see that. Have a nice day.